Welcome back to Golfing the Tri-State in Carmi, Illinois. PGA Pro Bill Proctor, and it's the tip of the week. Bill has a putting tip for us. What are you going to show us today?
Well, I'm just going to kind of show you what I think is the best way to go, and I've been to a couple of clinics with Stan Utley, who is one of the big teachers over in the St. Louis area. One of his pupils is Jay Haas, who's very well respected on the senior tour. And if you notice Jay, he doesn't three putt very often, and that's the whole key. Anytime if you're putting 20 foot or you're putting 5 foot, you don't want to three putt it. So you got to make sure that you're doing the basics right and just keep that number low. But what he calls it is just a swinging door, and I'll maybe show it this way here, and it's just letting your arms flow just like that. A lot of people, you've heard people say straight back, straight through. Well, when I do that, that's not natural. I've got to make that like that. I got to force that. But if I just let my arms swing, it's just like opening the door, closing the door, and I'm not doing anything that's not natural. And I just think with Mr. Utley, I think that's just the best way to go.
So then, with that swing, at the moment of impact, you're square to the hole or your line.
You're square to your line, and like David said last week, you got to hit it towards the line. You don't ever necessarily aim at the hole. You aim at the line that you're trying to hit on. And I don't remember if he showed this, but also when you do, I think you always got to follow. See the club head going. You got to follow through completely to the line that you're trying to hit the ball on.
Right.
And the biggest thing, everybody hates a three putt. I've never heard anybody three putting is happy. You know?
No kidding.
No, from nowhere. So even this little putt here, especially on this green here, if it's sloped like this, you're just trying to get it to the hole and get it close where you can pick it up. Right. But I just think if you just let it, you can just see that kind of like the door opening up and closing, and you'll hit the ball solid. I think more solid than if you take it back straight. So won't you try one?
All right. Now, is ball position important with this stroke?
Yeah, it is. You got to have it. You need to have it on the inside of your left, or in your case, your left foot. In my case, the right foot.
Bill's interesting. He hits right-handed in the fairway, and then he putts left-handed.
Left-handed.
Because when you play baseball, you
and when I started, when I was a little kid, I played baseball left-handed, and I remember I was disappointed when I found out Musial was left-handed. I thought he was just like me, right-handed, left-handed.
Bad left-handed.
But anyway, you put the ball on the inside of your left foot, and also your head, your eye needs to be over the ball a little bit. Some of these, you see some people, they're back here, their weight's on their heels. You need to get over the ball, and you need to be about like a shortstop was, or a guy guarding.
Athletic stance.
Right. You gotta be balanced, because if you're balanced, you're back here, you're not gonna be balanced. Not gonna be solid. So you gotta have a solid base, head over the ball.
Nice putt.
And miss it.
Nice putt. This, like you said, your practice green has some break in it.
Yes, it does.
It's amazing. Let me try one.
It does.
The same stroke inside of my left foot.
Okay.
Oh,
one thing.
A little bit too much speed.
One thing I'd recommend too is every time you're getting ready to putt, back off from the ball and take you a couple of practice swings. Some people, you see some of them keep their eye on the ball, the hole upper, that's fine. But the practice swing gives you an idea of your speed, your tempo, how much you got to hit it, because it's all about tempo and timing. Okay. And as long as you hit the ball solid.
Nice. Good putt. Very good. Okay, see if I can roll one.
Take your practice swing first.
Practice swing first.
Yeah. And don't force that follow through. Just let it.
Let it go.
Just let it go through. Don't force it. It'll go. If you just swing them back here.
Oh, that was close.
That's going to be a $20 lesson if that'd gone in there.
We have a father and son here getting ready to tee off.
Yeah, they're getting ready to play.
Fantastic. Some good golfers.
Yeah, good futures right
here in Carmi, that's for sure. Neat. Well, anything else you can tell us about the putting game?
Well, anytime you can get this flat blade in your hand, I think you need it. If you're on the fringe over here, I think anytime, like I say, anytime you get flat blade in your hand, you ought to use it.
Right.
Especially an amateur. Now, a golf pro, you'll see him, and you've probably heard him talking on TV. If he's trying to make it, he's going to chip it.
Yeah.
We're talking about the tour. But the amateur, if he's on the fringe here, even right here, he ought to putt it, because you can hit this better than you can a wedge.
Right.
You can skull a wedge over the green, you can skull an 8-iron, whatever you use, you can skull that over the green. So I'd use this flat blade. Anytime I get a chance to use a flat blade, you ought to do it.
Have you ever heard people, like, even if you're way out
Sure.
there, use a 3-wood to putt?
Sure,
Put it up on?
There's a lot of, and when I play over in St. Louis, some of the pro events over there, these guys are right here, and they're going to use a hybrid, 3-wood, whatever. And I've tried it. My biggest problem is I putt left-handed, and then I've got a 3-wood in my hand.
3-wood's
over here.
right-handed.
Yeah, and so I don't do it, but it's very good. What it does, it gives you a little clip speed and gets the ball rolling towards the hole a little bit. And it's like the guy at Cambridge said the other day, get that ball on the ground as soon as you can.
Right.
And that way it can run out where it's supposed to. If you got from here, if I was here, I would use a wedge, but I'd play it back, and I'd basically make my wedge an 8-iron like he was doing the other day.
Right.
So,
well, should I try this one before we?
I think you ought
go
to.
to our break.
I think so.
Okay.
And I just
Right, we'll
remember, I take that practice swing, because
yeah, especially off the green like this.
right, and because we're a lot further than we were just 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
Is your balance pretty good?
Yes.
You look like you're solid. Head's over the ball.
A little bit too hard.
A little too hard,
But
you can
I
see
could
it
probably
with
hit
the
that comebacker.
Yeah, that's good. That's
Bill
good.
Proctor, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Great putting tip. We're here at Carmi, Illinois, Carmi Country Club, golfing the Tri-State. We're going to be playing hole 4 in a little while with Joe's scorecard. Bill's going to be my coach, and we'll be back right after this from this word from our sponsor of closed caption.